Hello everybody, this is an astrological forecast for Scorpio for November 2013 and also applies if you have a Scorpio ascendant. First thing to say is happy birthday to you, my lovely Scorpios. Much happening this month because we kick off the month with a solar eclipse at 11 degrees of Scorpio. And so therefore this moon is joining everything, a lot happening in your first house, as you can see, Scorpios, what with the sun, with Mercury, with Saturn in your sign, and now this solar eclipse shaking things up as well. So Scorpios, this is going to be about some new beginnings, some adjustments to be made in your relationships. Always the opposite house is always triggered as well. So although it looks as though everything's happening here in the first house, which it is, there's a vibrationary element happening in the opposing house as well. So Scorpios, time to reevaluate your life generally. Many of you have been taking on a lot of responsibilities, and maybe during this solar eclipse you may in fact get rid of some of those responsibilities. You may need to really trim things down a bit. You've just been doing too much. You're going to have to absolutely pace yourself, Scorpio. So much happening with the sun in your sign for the first 3 weeks of the month. This is time to do something nice for yourself. These are powerful aspects, what with Mercury retrograde for the first 10 days of the month and in Scorpio still. So it's a good time for really thinking about yourself for a change, Scorpio. Thinking about your needs. You're a deep thinker anyway, but when Mercury goes retrograde, that's time for some even more thinking deeply. As well, you need to look at your health. Saturn coming into this first house, you need to look at your health, your well-being, that you're not overdoing it, that you haven't taken on too much, and that you're bringing enough enjoyment into your life. Really make sure that that becomes a discipline as well, because you are really such a responsible person generally anyway, Scorpio. Now, we've got Venus for the first few days of the month, 4 days of the month, in your second house of finance. This could bring just a little bit of luck financially to you, or somebody helping you financially, or just a new idea that you have that could really turn into something, maybe some passive income from something that you have. Maybe you put out a really popular video series on YouTube and that brings you some passive income. Just something nice coming here with that Venus. Then on the 5th of the month, we have something important happening, which is Venus moving into your third house. And Venus doesn't usually stay very long in a house, usually most about a month, but because she goes retrograde next month, of which I shall discuss a great deal, she's going to be there until March the 5th of 2014 in this third house, joining Pluto. So really your mind is going to be going a mile a minute, but you're also going to find that you may really start to appreciate the fact that the people in your life really do love you, really do appreciate you. You may start to really feel a warmth from the people around you. It's a wonderful time for networking, for connecting with people around you, for being a little more social. Scorpios, you're not known for being the most social sign in the zodiac, but Venus here is encouraging that. It's a wonderful time for learning something new, for going to school, for doing a short course, maybe something very creative. But it's also, this Venus here in this third house is also good for communications, for communicating more effectively. Pluto here is also enabling you to go more deeply with some of your communications, your conversations, reaching people at that deeper level. Because Scorpio, you are always looking for something deeper. You can't stand the superficial, you want the depth. And here you're getting an opportunity with Venus there to draw to you into your life You will have to get out and about, of course, for it to happen, but to draw to you in your life people with more depth, people with whom you can go to that deeper soul level. And we've got Mercury retrograde for these first 10 days of the month. So for the first 10 days, really reflect, re-examine, re-decide. You know, you might change your mind about certain things. Give yourself permission to change your mind. Maybe you've got yourself into a situation that you'd really rather get out of. And also during Mercury retrograde, good time, you know, maybe you're thinking of getting into something. Do remember, it's much easier not to get into something than it is to get out of it. So really re-evaluate your relationships, your financial situation, your work, your health, everything, so that when Mercury goes direct, you can take action with some of that deep thinking that will have paid off for you during that time. Now we've got Mars, your ruler, in the 11th house all month. So you might be going on a tour, you might be speaking to people far and wide, maybe through the internet or in person. It's a great time for igniting new friendships, new connections, people who share your interests. And it's also a wonderful time with Mars here to really look at your dreams, your wishes, and to put some energy into them. Not just because, you see, with Saturn in your sign, yes, I know many of you have had losses, you've experienced things where you feel as though you've had to let go of things. And so you're planting new seeds. You really are. Remember, don't be too impatient. You can't say to the flower, well, come on, where are you? It takes time to mature, to develop. So be patient with yourself, but at the same time, really put some energy into those dreams and wishes, what you're wanting for the future. Because this is birthday time, you've got this year ahead of you now. So look at those dreams and wishes and put some energy into them. Now on the 17th of November, we have a full moon in your 7th house of relationships, opposing all these planets in this 7th, in the 1st house. So it's about trying to bring balance between your needs, your new beginnings that you're creating for yourself in your life, and the demands of other people. This could bring some emotional connections with somebody else. It's also a nice time for getting together with somebody, having a heart-to-heart connection. This is what this new moon can bring for you, but it's certainly going to bring a focus on all of your relationships, business, personal, everything. And also remember, most importantly, your relationship with yourself. You are beginning a new cycle in how you relate to yourself, how you value yourself. The more you value yourself, the more you will have nourishing and valuable relationships with others, because others will value you too. It has to start with you, and that's what this focus is about for you this month. On the 22nd of the month, the Sun moves into your 2nd house of finance, shining a light on your money. So good time to start a new business venture. Good time to focus on your finances, your money. Could also bring you some good fortune in this area, but it will shine a light on everything that's going on. So the things that you're doing well, you'll get encouragement for, but the things that need some improvement, the Sun will give you an opportunity to look at how you spend money, your spending habits, and also how you're valuing yourself and whether you are living according to your highest values, to the things that matter most to you. So there you have it. There's a lot happening for you this month, especially with that solar eclipse kicking it off. I wish you a great happy birthday, and I thank you for subscribing, for commenting, for sharing. I do appreciate it. Bye for now.